Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Wendy Aguilar. Welcome to another episode of Culture Connection. We are streaming live from Casa de Español. I hope you guys are going to be joining us tonight and having a great time. Get your questions ready. This is an interactive interview that we're having tonight. And please, before we get started, let us know where you're watching us from. Where are you joining us from? Be sure to type that in the comments so we can say hello to wherever you are. And also share this with your friends. Be sure that abuela, abuelo, el tío, la tía, everybody can watch this wonderful episode that we have for you tonight. So, our guest tonight is an author, a biologist. His story is inspiring. It's a story of perseverance, of going after your dreams and dreaming so big that some of these dreams, if he looks back in time, are probably really scary that they all came true. So we're going to be chatting with René Corado tonight. He is from Guatemala, just like me. So I'm really excited about that. And if you are joining us, like I said, on Facebook or live on YouTube, let us know where you're watching from. So let's get started tonight with tonight's guest, René Corado. I'm going to go ahead and bring him up on screen. René, how are you?
No, I'm doing great. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
¿Cómo, de dónde se te estás comunicando en la noche de hoy?
Estoy conectándome desde Oxnard, California.
Ok, desde Oxnard, California. Qué bien. ¿Está un poco frío o caliente? ¿Cómo está allá?
Está un poquito calientito.
Sí, aquí también. Estamos en Sacramento. For our friends who want to practice their español, we're going to be talking in a little bit of español as well, so you can practice your español, inglés, whichever one you want to practice.
Yeah, let's do both.
Yes. So we're gonna be talking in both languages. I'm going to make sure that I have the comments up on screen. So we have Melissa. Hola, Melissa. ¿Cómo estás?
Melissa.
A ver, I'm gonna see if I can put this message up on our screen so we can see what she said. Ah, los veo desde Guatemala y Bakersfield. Muchos saludos, Melissa. Gracias por acompañarnos. To everyone who's watching, be sure to let us know where you're watching from. And if you have questions for René, his life story is amazing, and you can ask questions at any time. So be sure to do that. We want to hear from you. So this is just going to be so exciting. So let's get started, René. So, René, you were born in a very small village in El Progreso, Guatemala. And I hear that there was only 13 homes in your small village. Talk to us a little bit about that. You're one of 8. Talk to us about getting started back in, a ver, ¿dónde naciste? I have it here in my notes. El Progreso, El Chical, Morazán, El Progreso, Guatemala. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, and there were only 13 houses. And for me, that was the only world that I knew. I didn't know that that was another world outside of that little village, because I didn't know the car exists, that other people exist, that no TV, no Santa Claus, no candy, no Christmas. So I was living in there with my parents and my grandma. I grew up with grandma, Mama Fina. And I was really, really happy in there. Even we didn't have that much in there, but being in nature, it was amazing. And all of that ended at the age of 8 when my family moved to Guatemala City. And then that was really, really bad for me, because I almost died. I got sick because grandma, Mama Fina, she stayed in there. And so she was all my world. And that's how my life started at the age of 8.
Quite a journey. So at the age of 8, your family moves to the city of Guatemala. You moved to the city. And you soon after that, you started shining shoes in front of El Palacio Nacional. And tell us a little bit about how that came about. You're only 8 years old. You went to school in the morning, and then in the evenings, you were shining shoes for people. What was that like? And what did you learn from those experiences then that kind of moved your life in the direction that it did?
We were so poor that I have a cousin in there that he cleans shoes, and so he makes some money. And he told me that he make money. He helped his mother. So I convinced my dad to build shoe shine box for me. He didn't want it because I was too young, but also we need the money. And finally, I promised to him, and I said, "Look, and I really I promise that I will do good in school. I will do my homework, and I won't miss school. But I want to help." And so I convinced him. So I start cleaning shoes after school, and that was really hard because we were so poor that I asked for leftovers to take to my siblings and at home. Many times I had to look for some scraps in the trash dump. So I had to fight with the street dogs for a piece of food. Luckily, the dogs were skinny like I was, so I win. And so here I am. I'm still alive. I don't know the dogs. So I was across the street from the Palacio Nacional. I always wanna see what was inside the palace, but the guards and there they didn't wanna a shoe shine boy with no shoes. That was the funny thing. I clean shoes, but I didn't have shoes myself. To go and be a bad picture in there for tourists, so they didn't let me to even cross the street. And but there, my dreams start there because when I was cleaning shoes, there were many well, doctors, lawyers, or congressmen that I cleaned the shoes for, and they were talking about traveling to Mexico, California, Spain, or part of Europe. Uh, Also, that going to college, and so or their kids going to college. So there were the dreams start, and I said I want some of that, and so I mean that was they were big dreams for a very poor Chushan boy from the La Colonia, and but that's how the dreams start because I want to see what was inside the palace first.
That is amazing. I can't believe that you were fighting with the dogs. When I read that in this book here, I think it just says so much about the place where you were, about Guatemala, about poverty, and about your family. And the interesting thing is that you turned that into a place where you found a way of dreaming. And you talked about reading books and reading magazines or newspapers and how that helped you escape. So, talk a little bit about that. And for anybody who's watching out there, ways of inspiring them and also growing their education through books and knowledge. Talk a little bit about that, René.
Yeah, you can see that behind me. That is what I say my life. Books, reading, because when I read, and that transport me to another world, to another place, to another, even to another planet, where there were a lot to eat. Nobody's suffering there. So whenever I have the chance, if I save 5 cents, even in that, I didn't buy food, but I prefer to get a book or somebody give me a book, or I read some flyers that the people throw away after they travel. And so that is where I saw other countries where I want to go. Like I always want to go to Mexico because they talk so much about Mexico and California. And so that I say that is what I say my life reading. Really, that was, and also it wasn't just like just to dream. It doesn't work like that. So I decide to work for my dreams. I say one day I will do it, but I never give up. And I have many times when people said, "You're crazy. You're really crazy." And thanks God I was crazy because otherwise probably I won't do the work to trying to achieve my dreams.
That's amazing that people told you that you were crazy and you still went after those dreams. And I mean, we're so happy you did because now we can share your story. And so you're in Guatemala City. At one point, you worked at a newspaper organization and you wanted to be able to lead that organization. Talk about the time that you that was mentioned and that maybe others didn't think that you could because you were shining their shoes. So tell us a little bit about how people will sometimes discourage you and what motivated you to continue your dreams and to pursue and follow these dreams that were so big.
Yes, I went to this newspaper, El Diario La Nación, where I cleaned the shoes of the director of the paper. Also, some of the staff, the people who make the paper, build the paper. And so, since I was, I believe, 10 or 9, I started going to that paper, cleaning the shoes for this guy. He was from Spain, Don Fernando Albert Almodovar. And I always ask him about the Spain and about his country. And I said, one day I want to go there. And so I asked him for a job, but he said, you're too young. And so also you need to finish school. And so he said, I'm going to give you a job when you finish 6th grade. And that time, 6th grade was a big deal in Guatemala. And so I say, okay. So every year when I have my 4th grade and I say, here are the papers. And he say, no, the 6th and the 5th. And I say, here, I won. And so he said, nope, the 6th. When I finished the 6th grade, I went with my certificate and I said, hey, I passed the 6th grade. And so you promised me to give me a job. So the wife, Doña Armilda, she was from El Salvador. And she said, hey, you promised to this boy that you're going to give him a job. And so Don Fernando said, ya me fregaste, patojo, ya te prometí, te tengo que cumplir. So he did. So he gave me a job as a janitor in there. So when I start cleaning in there, so some of the staff that they work in there, and so they make fun of me, and they say, come here, clean my shoes, patojo lustrador, come, you're just a lustrador. So that somehow get me mad, and so I say, but one day I'm gonna be higher, guys, and I'm gonna learn all of this. So I decide to learn all the machines in there, and so somehow they pushed me to do it, and so and I did. I learned all the machines. In a year and a half, I was already in charge of the group of 13 people. They were older than me, but then I was the manager of the department of encuadernación, and there in the paper.
That's amazing. That's just amazing that you went from shining their shoes to telling them what to do, pretty much. That's so impressive. We have Leslie who says that she's going to be contacting you soon, and they say hello to both of us, and they love us. Thank you so much for all the love. If you are, like I said, if you're watching, nos pueden dejar comentarios en inglés, en español, para que practiquen su español también. Hola desde California. Vamos a enseñar el mensaje. Voy a Guatemala cada año. Ah, qué feliz. ¿A qué parte de Guatemala vas, Rebeca? Cuéntanos. Y entonces dime, René, a los 21 años, ¿qué es lo que pasa? ¿Cómo es que te decides dejar Guatemala? Dejar la comida, las tradiciones, la familia y emprender un recorrido bastante duro. ¿Qué fue lo que te motivó?
Pues en Guatemala, que tuvimos 33 años de guerra civil y la pobreza también, porque estaba sufriendo bastante, y yo me casé muy joven. Me casé joven y ya a los 21 años ya tenía una niña. Y pues yo pues no encontraba la oportunidad, ya no pude seguir estudiando en Guatemala, y pues no habían las oportunidades, y además pues me mintieron los que estaban aquí en Estados Unidos, que decían que en Estados Unidos era muy fácil, que acá se ganaba dinero porque mandaban fotos donde estaban cerca de un carro, a un carro nuevo, pero por cierto que no era de ellos. Y cuando llego, decido venirme para acá, para los Estados Unidos, y llegué sin familiares, sin hablar inglés, con solamente el sexto grado de primaria y sin documentos. Decidí arriesgarme y pues desde entonces, desde 1981, que estoy aquí en los Estados Unidos.
Qué interesante. Y cuando llegas a los Estados Unidos, when you first arrived to the US, you didn't have any family, you didn't speak the language. So, what was that like? Walk us through 21-year-old René arriving in California. What was that like for you?
Oh, that was my second migration, because the first one was from the little village, from the little village to Guatemala City, and when I was just adapting to the city, I decided to come in here. It was really, really hard. In the early 1980s, that was a lot of discrimination. I suffered a lot of discrimination, because the color of my skin, also because I didn't speak the language. It was hard. I came in here to work, and so I was looking for whatever work I can find. So I work as cleaning dishes, painting houses, cleaning houses. One time I end as a Greek chef, because I started washing dishes, and then I went up and up and until I was a Greek chef. So, and I don't like that much the Greek food, but I cook Greek food.
Me encantó eso cuando lo leí en tu libro. Dije yo, well, if we ever want Greek food, we're going to go over to your house and have some Greek food. René, Rebeca nos cuenta que le encanta la gente, la cultura, las fiestas, el idioma, visita Antigua, Guatemala. Muchas gracias, Rebeca, por compartir. Londi dice que está muy orgullosa de tus triunfos, de tus logros. Y cuéntanos un poco también de cómo llegas de ser jardinero a ser el director del museo donde empezaste a trabajar. ¿Cómo es que sucede eso? O sea, llévanos... es increíble, es realmente increíble. ¿Tú crees que todo eso ha pasado?
No, no me lo creo a veces lo que está sucediendo, porque primero mis sueños de viajar, claro, viajé a México, luego llegué a California, y bueno, cuando empiezo a trabajar tengo la oportunidad de trabajar de jardinero en el museo que tiene la colección de huevos de aves más grande del mundo, que tiene más de 1 millón de huevos de aves y más de 20,000 nidos. Y llego pues sin hablar inglés, y alguien allí hablaba español y me traducía. A la hora me daban 30 minutos para almorzar, y yo comía muy rápido. En 5 minutos yo ya había comido. Recuerdan de que tenía que competir con los perros, entonces aprendí rápido en la calle a comer rápido. Entonces tenía 25 minutos para entrar al museo y ver qué era lo que hacían los biólogos. Y los biólogos pues hablaban sobre conservación de aves, sobre viajes que hacían a Sudamérica, a Europa, y cómo estaban ellos salvando estas especies de aves. Y me encantó. Yo creo que cuando yo llego al museo a trabajar de jardinero, yo encuentro nuevamente la conexión con la naturaleza, porque haber nacido en una aldea cerca del río Motagua, el río más largo de Guatemala, yo había perdido esa conexión y la andaba buscando, y la encuentro cuando llego al museo, y luego que pues me dan la oportunidad a que observe lo que están haciendo. Y luego le pregunto yo al fundador del museo, Mr. Harrison, que por supuesto que alguien me traducía, que qué tenía yo que hacer para ser biólogo, porque yo solo tenía sexto grado, no hablaba inglés, no tenía carro, no tenía documentos. y me dice, pues primero es aprender inglés. Primero, ahorita, lo primero es que tienes la gana, estás preguntando. Luego aprendes, vas a la escuela a aprender inglés, agarras el autobús, agarraba 2 autobuses para ir a la escuela después de trabajar, llegaba a medianoche a mi casa y después tomé clases regulares cuando aprendí inglés y después fui al college y ahora pues después de ser jardinero pues soy el gerente del museo. Así pasó.
Qué interesante, me encanta la historia. I just love it. I tell my mom all the time that she needs to follow your lead. She loves to work with flowers and gardening and all that stuff. But René, cuéntanos un poco de how is it that you just kept going? You were working, you were going to school, long days. How do you stay motivated? I know that there's somebody out there watching and saying, it's so hard. I don't have time. But how do you stay motivated to go after those things that you want?
I think the trick was first reading, and see all the achievement of a lot of people. Another thing was like I invest so much in my life since I was 8 years old. So I did so much work. So I didn't want to lose all of that. And I say, I invest in my life. I'm not going to give up. And in many times, and I felt many times, I felt miserable many times. But I didn't really complain about it. I learned about it. And so when I went up again, it's not like I start new. I have some experience. So I learn. And so I decide that it doesn't matter what, the time will pass. One day I will be 89 years old and I will be sitting and saying, oh, I wonder what will happen if I went to school, if I decide to be a biologist. So if I didn't go, I will have that doubt. I will thinking, I don't know. But now I know what happened. And so I know that I did it. It was possible. So what I think is, you already, if you're 20 years old, you already invest in your life. If you're 15, you invest in your life. Don't throw that away. Don't put it in the trash. You already work hard. So what I think is school. School is the only chance, is the only opportunity you have to find the key to open that door of the dreams.
I read that quote in the book, and I actually was just about to read it. Is the most important keys to opening the doors to such dreams were school and education. And Rebecca is asking about your university. Where did you go to school? What did you study? How did you prepare yourself?
Yes, and I went at night and first to get the high school, and then I went to Oxnard College. I went to Oxnard College, and for most of the ornithology, I learned it from the best, from the biologists that work at the museum. They took me to the Amazon, and so I have more than 35 years working at that museum. And they taught me how to do surveys on birds, how to band birds, how to prepare eggs, and how to find eggs, curate eggs. So most of the stuff I learned at the museum with all my years in there. And so I am an oologist. Oologist is the science that study bird eggs. And so there are not that many ologists anymore. But then also I took some in that time there were classes and by mail. So I took some ornithology classes by Cornell to get the book part of this the science. But most of my learning was on the ground, was at the museum, was in the jungles of the Amazon, or in the waterfalls in Costa Rica, or or the jungle in Guatemala. So there's where I learned all of this.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And definitely education is the key to getting out there and going. Your website, you have several books on there. I have one of them right here, El Ilustrador. Talk to us a little bit, and we have that on here as well, Ilustrador Foundation. Talk a little bit about that and how important this is to you and why.
Yes, after when I wrote my book, my autobiography, I never thought that the book will be received the way it did. Um, I never thought that it will be a bestseller in Amazon. So when I see that that book was selling, I decide and to give to kids in Guatemala what I didn't get, the opportunity I didn't get in Guatemala. So I start the Fundación Ilustrador, and with the sales of my book, I give scholarships to children, very low income children in Guatemala, especially the children from the landfill in Guatemala and Zone 3 in Guatemala City. So I put them in school, and those are kids that they also eat from the landfill like I did. And so I want to give them the opportunity that I didn't have, because I really believe in education, and I believe that if we want to change the country, is by education. So that is what my foundation is doing. And thank you, Wendy, because you guys, Casa de Español, and you, Wendy, you help when we were needing, and so you help Ilustrador Foundation with the ambulance for the firefighters that they lost theirs and the eruption of the volcano in Guatemala. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much, Rene. We're always very happy to help, and Casa de Español is always here to support the community, whether it's here or in Guatemala and Mexico, and we're just so grateful for everybody at Casa de Español. We're live from Casa de Español. If you haven't followed Casa de Español's social media pages, be sure to give them a follow. Again, be sure to leave us your comments on these sections below, and we'll be sure to share them as well. Rene, talk a little bit about you've received a lot of recognition in Guatemala. And in the same place where you once were kicked out of for shining shoes, you were welcome and the doors were open and you got to go inside El Palacio Verde. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes. As I say, I always want to see what was inside the El Palacio. It took me 50 years. But when I went there to see, I got this. This is La Orden del Quetzal.
Amazing.
That is La Orden del Quetzal. That is the biggest award that the government of Guatemala will give to civilian. And also, I get La Llave de la Ciudad. So that is something that I am really proud. And also, they give me I am the ambassador of peace of Guatemala. So I run from Guatemala because the civil war. And then I come back, and now I am the ambassador of peace. I went to change the rose of the peace. And so, as I say, it took me 50 years to cross that street and go inside. But as we say in Spanish, me serví con la cuchara grande. And so I am so happy. And so that I wait. So that took a long time, but I am enjoying it.
I love it. I love it. Talk about just such an amazing story of just imagining this boy, you, sitting outside, shining shoes outside of El Palacio Verde, and then to be invited as a special guest and to be hanging out with El Presidente de Guatemala. All that stuff is just incredible. If you looked back when you were a child, shining shoes, what would you tell that child? Would you even believe where you are now?
It's hard. And so I can tell this child, don't give up. Don't give up, kid, because everything is possible if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you can do it. Because it's first is believe in yourself. If you believe in God, doesn't matter what religion you are. It's not like God is gonna give you everything. You just sitting there, and then God is gonna provide you everything. No, you have to do something. You have to go. I don't say, God, give me this, give me that. So I just say, God, show me where it is. I will go and pick it up. And so it's just first is believe in yourself, love yourself. It doesn't matter how you are. Look yourself that you are that beautiful human being. And so you start from that, and you will say, you kid, you're smart. You will do it. It's not going to be easy, because, and I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. But at the end, you enjoy it. I'm enjoying it so much. I'm having a great time now with this interview. And so, that's why I move. I get so excited about all of this. Yeah.
I mean, we talk with our hands, don't we? René, eres una inspiración. Your story is so inspiring. We have our friends on social media. I'm sharing some of their comments. You are an inspiration, and we definitely, I feel, from listening to your story, so inspiring. I just want to go into the world and do big things, because anything is possible. And I know that you mentioned hard work, education. What else would you tell our viewers about, following those dreams and making them come true? Angelo says, what a wonderful story.
Thank you, and thank you for all those comments. Those are great comments. That is something that it pushed me to keep doing it, because I see that the people get inspired with it, and I say, now I have to pull these people. I have to go in the front, and I'm telling them, yes, it's possible. And what are you saying? What else we can do? It's just like you don't want to put a seed of corn today, and you will vas a comer elotes mañana. It doesn't work that way.
Like that.
You will plant the seed, and then you put water and taking care, pull the weeds out. And so don't give up. Every day you put something, and sometimes the dreams you have, they won't come the way you want them. They will come in a different way. As I always say that I love cheesecake. And next time when I go to Sacramento, please invite me a cheesecake. I
We
love
can do that.
Yeah, and I always
Español.
yeah. So I want I want the cheesecake, but I didn't have the money. That was my dream. My dream was the cheesecake, right? But then I didn't have the money, so I had to get a little piece of banana pie, a little piece of apple pie, a little piece of chocolate cake. At the end, when I was able to get the cheesecake, I already have all of these little dreams. I already tried. And the cheesecake later, I got it. It was so big that it was able to give pieces to somebody else. So the big dream is at the end, but eat the little ones. Don't get disappointed if you just get a little one. The cheesecake is at the end.
I love this, especially because you're talking about dessert, and that's my love language. Desserts, yes, please. So, René, I know that you mentioned a little bit about La Fundación Ilustrador and how you're helping kids in Guatemala. How can people who are watching today, how can they support, how can they help, and where can they find these wonderful books and all the books that you have available?
And these books, and of course, these books are in Amazon and eBay, but they take a big chunk of the money. And so if you buy them in my webpage, they're on my webpage. The money goes for the scholarships, and so they can buy the books in there, or they can donate there and in this page, or also I am giving inspirational talks, motivational talks so that I charge a little bit, and so that money also goes to the foundation to help those kids. So you can donate or buy the books in there, and and please do. So I will appreciate it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. One other thing that I wanted to ask for our viewers, do you have any of those eggs from the collection that the museum where you're a director? Do
Yes,
you have
yes.
any with you?
Rosa, first,
Okay.
what people see, what the people see normal is this, right? Is the chicken
Yeah,
egg.
that's not normal.
That
I
is
mean,
the normal thing. But
you want to show it one more time? I made your screen bigger.
okay, so this is the chicken
Oh, there
egg.
you
All right, that is the chicken egg.
go. Those look very familiar.
All right, how about this?
What is that?
That is
What in the world? We should ask our friends on social media. Does anybody know what kind of egg that is? How big is that, René?
look. This is a chicken.
Oh my goodness. That's quite impressive. Does anybody on our social media who's watching live right now, who can guess what type of egg René is holding? We have some friends on social media that are very impressed. Look at these emojis that we're getting, and be sure to share those emojis as well.
This is the smallest here.
Oh. So tell us a little bit about those.
All right, so this one in here, they're hummingbirds. That is the smallest egg that exists.
Wow.
These are this is the nest and the eggs. Hummingbirds only lay 2 eggs, and then we have this giant in here, this baby.
Somebody
Look.
guessed it's a dinosaur egg. How close are they?
Nope, it's not.
What about ostrich?
Oh, ostrich, ostrich. Here's an ostrich.
Oh, look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Emily, look at that.
Yeah, that is an ostrich. Look at how small the ostrich look.
That's unbelievable. How heavy is that?
25 pounds.
25 pounds. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right. So tell us, did anybody guess what that egg was?
No, I don't see that anybody guess. This is an no, avestruz, no, dinosaurio, no, ostrich, no. What else? What else? ¿Quién da más? ¿Quién da más? So no, this big baby is an elephant bird.
An elephant?
Yeah, elephant bird. No, an elephant. Elephant bird.
I was thinking whoa.
Yeah, elephant bird. And the elephant bird was about 13 feet tall. And they were in Madagascar. They disappeared about 500 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Not that long ago. But look, eggs, they come in a different colors. Look
Oh
like
wow,
a
that's really beautiful. From here, it almost looks like a gold. I don't know if it's green or gold.
It's green.
Okay, green. So what is that one? And different textures too.
Yes. That's
Casa Español says, "Whoa, just whoa! We're just so impressed with this collection of eggs."
Yeah, this is just some. This is brown.
Look at that. And are these heavy? These light? What do they feel like? That looks like an avocado. Are you lying to us? Is that an avocado?
Nope, it's not.
Are we about to make an avocado toast here?
And they are not heavy because I make a little hole in here, and I take all the contents out. You see that hole? I use a hand drill and a blowpipe to take all the contents out.
Look at that.
And so that is those eggs, but it's not only that. And so look at these guys.
Oh, that is beautiful. Little splashes of color there. That's impressive.
Yeah, look at this. Look like it's a paint, like Yeah.
It
So
does look like something just splashed paint on that one. What is that one for? What
this
kind
is
of egg?
this is to recognize. This is our seabirds that they lay eggs and 1,000 of eggs together, and the mother she recognized her marks, so she recognized which is her egg, and in between all of those 1,000 eggs that are there. Yeah,
This is
but
just unbelievable. And I love your passion for all of this stuff. Now, for regular people like myself, where can we go see this collection?
you can come in here to Camarillo. It's called the Western Foundation of Vertebrate Zoology. So you can go to wfbz.org. That is the
Okay.
bird. You just type in there "Bird Museum in Camarillo," and so it will show up.
We'll be sure to share it here from Casa de Español as well so people know. Obviously, with restrictions, I don't know if it's open at this time.
We are not open now. We are
Okay.
we are not open, and so that we are closed. But let me show you the last ones.
Yeah.
This is a normal brown pelican egg. The brown pelican almost got extinct because the DDT, the pesticide. So this is what the pesticide did with the eggs.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, the eggs were really thin. It in the eggs. So that is one of the projects that we work on at the museum, and I work with the museum trying to save this species. We I measured all the eggs. Now the brown pelican is back, and also we work with the California condor. And now I go 5 o'clock in the morning working with some endangered species. I look, I monitor their nest to see that they are doing good, and so we are protecting them. That is my everyday work, trying to save a new save a species that are in danger. So I will show you the last ones, and then we can go to or ask whatever you want. So look, this is
Get
an
your
audio
questions ready.
or a chorcha. This is a normal nest. Look at this, and all plant material. That is a
That is awesome.
really cool nest, and so they lay the little eggs inside there.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is a normal one, okay, with normal material. So because we invade all the habitat of these birds, and we put all the trash in there, look what they are doing now. This is
This is
plastic.
what we're doing.
Look what
Wow.
we are doing.
This is
All of
sad.
this is trash. This is Easter thing that they use. And then the problem with this is that they cannot, the temperature and the nest, they will be fish hot with all of this plastic. I mean,
Wow.
so they are, they will fry. The little kids will fry with this. And here is another one of the same species. So you see, this nest is a fishing material. Even
Wow.
this, even here, the fishing hook.
Yeah, I see one right there.
Yeah. So and that's how they do it. And so the kids, they can just die in this, and because they cannot keep the temperature that they need.
Oh, that is so
So that is what we are doing, and leaving all of this fishing material around. And so that is this is the bad thing, but the good thing is that we are protecting them for all of this. That's what we do,
yeah.
conservation of birds.
Yeah. That's
That is
amazing.
my passion.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. I'm going to have to take a trip and go visit you and see this collection, largest in the world. What is it like to be surrounded by all of these precious eggs?
It is amazing because we have eggs that are more than 100 years old, and because I knew many of I have more than 35 years working in there, so I knew some of the collectors, and in my 35 years, I learned the handwriting of these collectors. So I am the one who is doing this detective work to put them together with the information, because some of them, they were separate. Each egg, they have a card with the information, like the birth certificate. And so what I had to do is identify them, and put them together with the card. So it's like working with a treasure in there. Is because eggs come in different sizes, color, shapes, and being in there, being able to work with all of these pearls, these precious stones, I can say it. It's amazing, and knowing that you are kind of tool to save this species, it make me happy. And so really, as I said before, that's what I needed that's what I was looking when I was a kid, the connection with nature again. And so now I have it, and I am really happy. But working with birds, that doesn't mean I don't want to work with people too. That's why I'm working with these kids, and I want these kids to grow up with that passion that I have. And then these kids in the landfill, also that they see that one of them made it, and so they can do it again. That is sometimes what kids want. Not as much as a lot of money, but somebody where they can believe in it. And so somebody who come back and checking on the kids and say, kid, vos también podés. And so I keep coming back, and so I am their friend now, and so I am el biólogo de asombrero. Uh, so it's I am not the guy with a white coat and so thing like, no, I am always with boots and sombrero and all of that, and always laughing, because people said, why are you laughing all the time? And but you suffer a lot. And I said, yeah, that was before, but not now. But that's what I learned with all of that. And so yeah,
El biólogo del sombrero, me gustó. Maybe that'll be the title for the next book.
biólogo de sombrero, yeah.
René, thank you so much for sharing your story, la historia de inspiración, de fe, de valentía, de llegar desde un pueblecito muy pequeño en Guatemala hasta el biólogo del sombrero el día de hoy. Anything else that you want to share with our friends from Casa de Español tonight?
Yes, one of the things is when you guys go to the top, never forget your roots, because that is what is gonna keep you really strong. Because if you forget your roots, one day it's gonna be a storm that is gonna throw you away. Just remember where you're coming from, because it's rich. Never forget your culture, and so you can get your culture and put it together with this one, and you will make a rich culture. Because I love Guatemala, but also this country gave me so much that I put them together. I just throw away whatever I don't like from Guatemala and what I don't like from here, and I put the good stuff together. And the one thing I say is, if you don't like where you are right now, give a step to the front. That step is not going to take you where you want to go, but it will take you from where you don't want to be. So just give the first step. After that, you will give the second one. And so you go on like that. And so every day you wake up, it's an opportunity to start a dream that you have yesterday, or to finish the dream that you started yesterday. But start it and allow yourself. And
I love it. I love it. I'm so inspired. Like I said, your story is just so wonderful. So much faith, hard work, and mucha valentía y has logrado muchas cosas, y muchas gracias por ayudar a nuestra gente de Guatemala, de no olvidarte de tus raíces. Y es lo que más me impresiona de ti, is that you are paying it forward. And so friends, don't forget, when you made it to the top, look back and help the others who are coming right behind you. So
I want to say to Casa de Español and to you, Wendy, I really appreciate what you did. I don't remember how many years ago, 3 years, probably 4. I don't remember. Yeah, but these firefighters, and they are so pleased. They saved so many lives with that ambulance that we give it to them. And thank you for doing that fundraising. And so I go there very often with them, and I bring them some stuff, food and all this stuff, and I see the ambulance and they're using it. Sometimes when I'm there, and they just go out with that car out there, and they're so happy with it,
To
and
help people.
it's
That's
working
amazing.
great. And you guys, thank you for the great heart that you have, and to helping the Ilustrador Foundation to be able to do that.
That's amazing. And we also have to thank our viewers, our friends, los amigos de Casa de Español, because they helped us out. We all got together. It was back in June of 2018, and we helped. We did an event, Love for Guatemala, and we were able to help all of those people who suffered after the eruption of Volcán de Fuego. So we're always happy to help. We're always happy that Casa de Español is just at the front of the line whenever we need something for our communities. Like I said, whether it's here or in Mexico, Guatemala, Central America. So we're just so grateful for them letting us come live to you from their house.
Thank you for letting
All
me
right,
in.
so we'll share a few more thank yous from our viewers. They're so happy that you shared your story. And René, don't go anywhere just yet. I'm going to disconnect here. For everyone who joined us, thank you so much. You can still share this broadcast with your friends and family. That way you can share this story, because it's sure to inspire other people out there. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hasta la próxima.
Adios.
Adios.